So if you had seen this episode of Konosuba, even though it's the 11th episode, I'm sure you know by now that yes, this is the season finale. And it's such a shame. I want my extra episode because this season was just so good. I mean, this episode alone kind of showcases why Konosuba is such an esteemed anime. And it's so good no matter the time frame that it is. I mean, these guys went through everything. They went in, broke into this church, saved darkness, and having adventurers help. I mean, so much happened in this season and in this episode that I cannot say nothing but like, this is peak anime. Every time a new season of Konosuba comes out, I am so excited to watch because they're all degenerate people and yet somehow they stumble into success. Yet they still kind of have their serious moments here and there. I mean, we have this moment here where this guard that comes out of nowhere that's like several stories tall, and they had to, of course, drop part of the building on him just to kind of get past them. We have a moment with Darkness's father, which when I looked at him, I'm like, dude looks like he's cursed. Like, he doesn't look like, you know, like he's old enough to die. He looks like there's an issue with him. And of course, after everyone says their tearful goodbyes as he lays about to die, here comes Darkness zapping the dude. And it's like, oh yeah, you're okay now. It was just a really huge curse on you. I took care of it. And then he could do nothing but cover himself because he's so embarrassed at his like final, what he thought would be his final words to his daughter. And he's like, well, I guess I'm healthy now. I'm going to bed. Oh man, and let's not forget about Veneer. Veneer's goal in finding the other demon to take him back to hell that this noble was using because of a contract. That demon loves despair. So the payment that he is using despair on, yeah, the noble is dead now. He's dead now, which is good because he needed to go. I kind of want to revisit this scene here. And I, of course, joked over lightly, but honestly, this scene was actually very well done. And the fact that Darkness was actually trying to say goodbye to her father, and her father was really trying to, you know, like pawn or pass off Darkness to Cosma as if saying like, you know what, here, take my daughter as I go to the afterlife. And if you really look back at the scene, you'll see that artistically, they definitely wanted to emphasize the sadness of it as well as Darkness and the way that she looked. They did a lot to make sure this scene felt sad, went sad, like everything was, it was like a very serious moment until Aqua comes in. And even though Aqua technically saves the day and gives this guy more life in him, it was just a diabolical plan to get the father out of the way so he has no way to solve the issue, and the only way to get the money up and save everything was for Darkness to get married off. It's just so funny. Aqua's like, yeah, let's do this thing up. He had a bad curse. Everything's good now. And now you can talk about your mother to Darkness all the time you want. See, isn't this great? Even though she's right, she just like ruined the mood, but the mood was only set because he was about to die, so now he's not dead. Yeah, so of course their faces really indicate what is going on in this scene because you're wondering, what are you doing? And now everything's good. He's fine. He's perfectly healthy. It's just scenes like these that are sprinkled in throughout the whole season that really make the show so good. Because you could do nothing but just kind of laugh at what in the world what am I watching? But they do it so well and magnificently. Before I get my rating, I just want to kind of go over this scene right here because this was the best scene to end this season on. They figure out that technically Darkness was already married before they saved her, because the way the country works is you turn in the marriage paperwork in the morning, get have the ceremony in the afternoon. So even if they did save Darkness in the afternoon, she's still technically married because of the paperwork. But what saves her is the fact that the Lord she's married to runs away. Well, as they think he's ran away, but technically we know that he's pretty much dead thanks to the demon. So he's gone. So because he's gone, her marriage is annulled or away with. So it, just take it to Cosmo to call her divorcedness instead of darkness. And, just a play on words just to mess with her. I cannot wait for the next season. I cannot wait for more Konosuba, because Lord knows this season was just amazing. From start to finish, from Cosmo meeting the princess and the whole fiasco of him being a thief into this moment of saving Darkness and having the team come together, showing Darkness that, hey, you know what? You're very vital to the team. Yes, you messed up. It's okay. Get re-invited to the team and rejoins them so they can have their adventures the way they've been. I know everyone has their own ships as far as this show is, but come on. Darkness is best girl. I don't care what anyone says. And the whole thing with Megami, yeah, whatever. Cosmos has some nice close relationship with Megami, especially in the movies, but this season was the moment with Darkness. So they have the relationship with Darkness, and Darkness literally throwing herself at Cosmo. My score on season 3 of Konosuba has got to be none other than a 8.5. Very entertaining. Still had its serious moments here and there. And even those serious moments were abruptly ended by funny moments. We have all their characters, the Cosmo, Darkness, Megami, Aqua. Cosmo showing a serious side here and there, especially when things were very important. We had a lot of growth out of all these characters this season. We saw the fallibility of Darkness and trying to shoulder everything on herself, seeing how she feels she's a noble, having to do everything. But of course, she has that masochistic side that just makes Darkness so endearing, so funny. We have Aqua, who is just useless, but then her uselessness shines sometimes and able to actually come out with positive things, i.e. when we learn about the whole entertaining buff is actually really good, when at first we're like, this seems like a useless buff. And then Megami. It goes to show with Megami, even though she held on to that explosion for so long that she couldn't hold it back anymore. And yes, I could talk about this in a more mature fashion, but for my younger viewers, I am not gonna go there. We're gonna definitely keep this family friendly. But Megami causing the explosion, but then if you notice in this episode, she did a counteracting explosion. Like, you can see where there's an explosion from the top raining down, but then she made like magic cells under it to counteract and explode up. So that's why there was like an explosion sandwich above everyone. Hey, maybe that's a new skill for her in the future, or maybe it's just the fact that she just used even more explosions. I don't know, but all these characters have actually gone through some growth, gone through some time, gone through some really things in their own aspect and in their own environment of this fantasy world that I'm looking forward to season 4. I don't know what could happen or what's going to happen, but this season was definitely, I feel, way better than any previous season. So I would love for more Konosuba to come out, and it's a shame that if more Konosuba does come out in the future, we gotta wait another 2 years or so, 2 or 3 years. Like, if it happens, it happens. But regardless, if it does happen, Lord willing, we will still be here. I will still be here, and I will still be able to give you guys the best of reviews on each and every episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this season. I have, as much as you have. I've been seeing the comments, and thank you guys for those that have been leaving comments and discussing as we've been talking about each episode this season. I would love to see you guys more and the future, not only seasons, but other anime we discuss here on this channel. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. We've been seeing a lot more traffic on the channel, and I would love to see you guys more often. And aside from that, make sure you guys are always prepared to see some of the craziest things, but as well, we'll sit back, discuss it, and analyze it. Until next time, you guys be safe, you take care, and Lord willing, I will see you next time. Space Cowboy. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.